obviously you created this character, you developed her, you created these adventures. Tell me if someone were to sit down and say, Robin, tell me about Christy, what would you say about her?
The readers tell me that she is just like them, every
Wow.
girl from different countries, from different ages, and it just is that common understanding of what Christy's going through. When they read the book, they feel the same things. I've gone through that. I've had those same feelings. I've struggled with that. And I honestly think that that's something that God infused into the stories. I never could have learned how to do that. It's just tapping into the things that are true of every young woman. So who is Christy? She's apparently, according to the readers, she's them, every young woman. But and also apparently she's not real, even though sometimes I think she is.
And as far as Christy and Todd and the dynamics of their relationship, this was a very special type of dating relationship that you wanted to model, using them to really speak to young women. Share with us some of those components.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Bob. And I know because we've talked about this before, but when I first started writing the books, my husband and I were in youth ministry, and the girls in our youth group were reading all these books I didn't want them to read. They were way too evocative. They were not the kind of stories I wanted them putting in their young hearts. So those teenage girls challenged me to write stories for them, and that's how the Christy Miller series began. So with this special relationship, these teenage girls let me know that they can read anything else with all kinds of relationships, but they want to see what a Christian young woman looks like, how she acts, to give them a role model so that she and Todd could be that example of how to honor the Lord in your relationship. And that's what's continued in the married years.
And you also have the other spin-offs that you were referring to earlier, Sierra Jensen and Katie Weldon. Now, obviously, these are not clones of Christy, so they're a little bit different, I would say.
Yeah, these are all Christy's friends.
Yeah.
And so then we can kind of follow along and see how this wider community of characters just keep on interacting with each other and the choices they make and then the results of those choices.
Well, when you hear from young ladies that have been spoken to through your books, they say they identify with Christy and some of the struggles and some of and I would also say some of the joys of her life and what she's experienced. What are you hearing from young ladies that correspond with you as far as just their mindset, some of the different challenges they're facing with respect to their faith?
What amazes me is the number of letters I've received from teenage girls who have said, after I read these books, I gave my life to Christ, just like Christy did. Or I chose to save myself from my future husband. And I chose to start reading my Bible and trust God more because they saw it in the lives of the characters and it drew them into that choice. What is also fun to see is something as simple as someone writing and saying, Christy has the best friends and I wish I had friends like that. And then I've looked around and realized I have people in my life like that, but I haven't taken the time to develop the friendship or to encourage them or reach out to them. And so now I have these really close friendships because you taught me how to be a better friend. It's just a variety of those elemental things that are so needed. And the more our society is pulled apart by being isolated, by just being in our own technology and on our own phones, to have these role models that are reaching out and connecting with each other is changing the way girls are living their teen years and into their 20s.